Hey everybody, it's Retro Knight. Surrender now or prepare to fight. Did you guys know Archaludon and Sneasler both have a hidden weakness? Let's talk about it in today's video and jump right into it. You guys know the Pokemon, you know the team. We've already featured Bombardier and Stonejourner, tons of support and thanks for that. If you know the music we're kicking in today's show, drop a comment down below and let me know, and let's hop right into these battles. The first one versus Jason. Alright, so Jason is going to be leading with Fami IPS and Bairudon, which I'm assuming is a Japanese name for good old Archaludon here, looks to be, as he leads out with good old Tandemaus. Now, Tandemaus is going to go for beat up and stamina shenanigans as I lead out with Oranguru and Stonejourner. Basically, I saw Dragapult in the back, and I knew I wanted Trick Room alongside Stonejourner and Annihilate. I believe by Annihilate, speeds are a little bit different than most. Just to get the jump on things like things that are slightly normally faster than Annihilate, but of course getting the jump onto Dragapult as well. And I'm kind of like idolizing and thinking at some point that he is going to want to bring in the Dragapult. Now he does have the follow me shenanigans there as he goes Pop Bomb into Stamina, but also going into Annihilate allows me to come in on Population Bomb if he wants to go that particular route as well. I'm pretty sure that Stonejourner could have taken Population Bomb just being its natural rock typing. However, it's not something that I want to gauge or risk, so I think Annihilate is definitely the safe play here. Plus, Annihilate is going to be something I'm going to need to have on the field so that I can deal with this over-boosted menace that is Stamina Archaludon. Because that thing gets really messy, really fast, really high defense, and then of course, being using the body press. However, Oranguru is a champion and lives it on 20 HP and gets up the Trick Room. So now I no longer have to worry about Tandemaus being overly fast. Even if it goes for Follow Me, I can knock it out in one single fighting type attack with Annihilate. My Annihilate actually has the Terrifying as well, so in my mind I kind of have that as well, thinking, okay, now Annihilate can go for Drain Punch, onto the Tandemaus and get rid of it and knock it out if he wants to go for Follow Me anyway. Although I do want to try to target into Archaludon just to try to wear it down in case those Follow Me shenanigans are coming. However, I saw there might be another play, which is the Dragapult possibly coming in on this spot as well with the Drain Punch, or I guess he could indeed bring in the Indeedee, which works out well too. Foul play into the Indeedee does do quite a bit of damage, as the Drain Punch does not do anything to Archaludon whatsoever after all those stamina boosts. However, Oranguru living that body press like a massive champion at like +4 defense, which is phenomenal considering it is a neutral hit. That works out incredibly well. Now I've got the fitting music for the fitting time for Tyranitar to come into the battle, as we're going to start discussing Archaludon's hidden weakness. Have you guys guessed it yet? No? That's okay. We'll get there. So I'm going to go into the ghost typing just in case he wants to body press me with the Archaludon. That also allows me to go for Rock Slide, which does not hit Archaludon that hard after all the stamina boosts, but it does allow me to wear down the Indeedee. I could also go for Knockoff depending on what Terra type this thing has. However, considering Archaludon's already boosted its defense to massive levels, I do believe Archaludon is going to be the one to Terrastalize, and we are going to see on this turn, indeed, Archaludon is his Terrastalization choice. Luckily, Indeedee, I mean, it could have Heal Pulse. I guess it could technically Heal Pulse Archaludon. That would be so bad getting it as too high HP. However, because we are faster under Trick Room, we are able to knock out this thing before it goes for Heal Pulse. Thinking about it, it definitely could have gone for Heal Pulse, and that could have got messy really fast. However, the Drain Punch, even as a neutral hit, does not do much at all. However, the Rock Slide does cause him to flinch. And I ended up not going for my Ghost Terrastalization, so he could have definitely body pressed and taken out Tyranitar right there. However, unfortunately for my opponent, the looming weakness of Archaludon and Sneasler is kind of irrelevant if Tyranitar is on the field or not, if you catch my drift yet. We are waiting to see what he wants to bring in here, as the Rock Slide has worn down most of his team, as he indeed brings in Steebles which is indeed the Sneasler. This thing now gets the Psychic Seed boost, which I assumed that's exactly the reason he would have brought in his Indeedee, so that he could get that Seed boost off of his Sneasler. I keep wanting to call it Weavile for some reason. I'm kind of looking at the field, kind of seeing what's up. Psychic Terrain, how many turns it has, things like that. Rock Slide doesn't do a whole lot to Sneeboss at all. Close Combat could also happen. I could also Protect on this turn and hit the Sneasler with a Rage Fist, but we'll see what happens here. I go for a Helping Hand, knowing that my close combat would easily end Tyranitar's entire life, as he decides to protect the Sneasler on turn 1. Not at all what I expected. As I now go in for the Ice Punch, I do not get a freeze on this thing, and the Body Press, of course, tears me down. As I said, though, Tyranitar doesn't need to be on the field. We've already done everything we need to do. Annihilate gets hit by the Sandstorm. Good old Archaludon gets hit by the Sandstorm, and he is on abysmally low health. I can still protect with Annihilate and Stonejourner, so that is phenomenal. Luckily, the Dire Claw, regardless of what status condition he's going to try to afflict on me with Dire Claw, Stonejourner can definitely take it. I have my Focus Sash up in case he wants to Body Press me, or in case he wants to go for like a Flash Cannon or anything like that. I can take it on 1 HP. However, both Stonejourner and Annihilate both have Protect, and the Sandstorm is brewing quite nicely. So, my mindset now is looking at the HP Archaludon is out at right now. I can just Protect with Annihilate and go for an Earthquake with Stonejourner. I didn't necessarily need to Protect Annihilate, because that would have given me a Rage Fist boost. However, this Earthquake brings Sneeboss to the point that both Sneeboss and Archaludon fall to the Sandstorm. That's right, guys. The hidden weakness that Archaludon and Sneasler have that you never knew about is indeed the Raging Sandstorm. As I said, we lose that Body Press on 1 HP because of our Focus Sash, and Annihilate is at 172, not bad, but at the end phase of this turn, both Archaludon will fall first, and then Sneasler. What a great day for two of the biggest titans and most threatening Pokemon in doubles altogether, falling to a Sandstorm. Double kill. Double Sandstorm kill at that. That is a moment that we mark in the history books. Speaking of books, we'll get there. It'll close the ending chapter. If maybe you've tried to figure out where I've been, I made a post on Twitter about it. I've been working on the thumbnail and been working on some Blender stuff. Been trying to get everything just perfectly. I also wanted a reason to feature that new Junkman remix that Princess Zelda posted. So, it's been a couple of mitigating factors. Plus, the last couple days I've just been feeling really crappy. I wonder if it's like the weather changes, the climate. I'm not 100% sure, but I really haven't felt like myself in the last couple of days. That being said, we closed that one in the books with a double Sandstorm kill and the very first match of this series. Thank you so much. Let's jump into the second one. Alright guys, let's jump into our second match. Also, if you're watching them individually, I know it's first and second with the bigger video. However, with the single videos, they are individual matches. That being said, this is more a game focused on hitting the bullseye. That's what our music's focused on, and the game itself. If you enjoyed the music we're kicking in today's show, drop a comment down below and let me know. Leading off with Tyranitar and Meowscarada versus the King Gambit Rillaboom lead. I really want to go Ghost. I realize King Gambit can do more damage to me, but I really want to take this oncoming Grass attack, whether it be the Wood Hammer or the Grassy Glide. Either one I equally fear, and Grass-type Tyranitar cares about neither one of them, with really good base stats and defenses all around. So I've got a really good play here going into the... I'm going Ghost! Going Ghost Tyranitar. Which I don't think King Gambit will see right off the bat, which will work out really well. And Meowscarada can use the Protean Ice to go ahead, and knock this thing out. That also allows me to go for Helping Hand alongside the Protean Ice type and Triple Axle, as the Fake Out goes into the Tyranitar, but not really because of the Ghost typing. So that works out really well. That Protean Ice type, 1, 2, and 3, and it's out of there. Rillaboom is out of there without doing anything whatsoever with a wasted Fake Out. And that's some real monkey business if I ever thought so. see what King Gambit wants to go for. King Gambit decides to go for a Swords Dance, and that is absolutely terrifying to, like, everything that I have. Now, seeing that his next Pokemon is most likely going to be that Dragapult, Triple Axle is really good. However, Dragapult unfortunately naturally outspeeds Meowscarada, and we have got to have a talk about Choice, Banded, Terra, Dragon, Dragapult. we gotta have a talk about this. Also, funny enough, the music that's playing right now, if you recognize it, I've actually never played this game series in my entire life. So, that is a thing as well. I guess he's trying to figure out if maybe my Meowscarada is Scarfed, maybe? Maybe it bluffs into Scarf, consider I went Helping Hand first and I didn't have, like, any Trick Room shenanigans. That would be really, really nice to have a Scarf right now. Not even gonna lie. I think I actually opted for the King's Rock, though, just because it would be better. There's no point to go for Copycat, because the last move on the field it was used would be Swords Dance, and that would not help out whatsoever. So I've already made my Terrestrialization and my defensive Terrestrialization, if you will, into the Ghost Terra type for Tyranitar. So my opponent now makes his offensive Terrestrialization into the thing that we have to talk about today, which is Choice, Banded, Dragon Darts, Dragapult. This thing is so common in this competition, it is unreal beyond words how common this thing is. And without a Focus Sash, Meowscarada just doesn't have those defenses, and it gets an unnecessary crit on the way. However, it wouldn't have actually mattered. I guess it would have mattered if it wouldn't have crit Meowscarada, and you see it does about half to Tyranitar. I go for a knockoff. Had I been able to get my attack in, that would have been really nice. Knock off the Choice Band, and the Koto Cleave, of course, being Ghost type. Tyranitar, even after the berry is going to get cleaved all the way through the Colbur Berry, does not help me in this circumstance. However, I wonder if I could have taken 2 non-crits with Meowscarada and then knocked out Dragapult with the Triple Axle. Knockoff wouldn't have done very much to King Gambit, so I don't think that would have really mattered. I'm left with Annihilate and Oranguru, and the problem here is he can kind of mitigate around both of these threats. Oranguru cannot take 2 Dragon Darts. Luckily, the Choice Band is off of him, which can do a little bit less damage. However, we're kind of at a point right now that he can just Phantom Force for free now that he doesn't have the Choice Band. And Oranguru can't really do anything about it. Now, I could Foul Play into it. However, I believe a Koto Cleave and Dragon Dart, since his Dragapult is much faster, has the ability to knock out both of my threats simultaneously. Annihilate having these defensive values, as I discussed in the last couple of videos, really kind of makes precedence here. Simply because, yeah, he can go Koto Cleave. The problem is that he has the Swords Dance. That Swords Dance is what enabled him to break through that Dark-type Colbur Berry. It's going to enable him to one-shot Annihilate, and almost one-shot, I would still assume one-shot into good old Oranguru. Because it is Swords Dance, it is very, very powerful. He goes for the Phantom Force, which is so smart, because it can easily knock me out. And Trick Room was the play here. I mean, it does slow him down, but now that the turn of Protect that I needed to deal with the Phantom Force and then still be faster than both of his threats, I guess this battle's win just disappeared right in front of me, just like Phantom Force, just like Dragapult did. Choice Band and Dragon Darts already made the situation dire. However, now it's even more dire. Simply because now I feel like Foul Play would take him out. I could go for Double Protect on Koto Cleave and that, and a Double Protect would still put me in another favorable position. However, it's pretty much too little too late. Yeah, I could Foul Play the Dragapult and take him out, but then I would have nothing to answer to a boosted King Gambit. The Drain Punch is so important here. However, Oranguru does indeed fall, and the Protect fails. That means that this good old Phantom Force, even without the Choice Band, absolutely destroys Annihilate to the point that Sucker Punch can finish me off. And I was talking about with a book, so the reference is this ending theme right here. It is, it's made by Chips and Cellos. Chips and Cellos is one of the best 8-bit remixers I've ever had the pleasure to listen to. He did a custom theme for a game, for a fan game, and it's pretty much made by him. It's called Bookman's Theme, so that's why I say closing the books on this new battle. And I'll see you guys in the next video, stream, or recording. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.